You know, crikey, it's so spooky when you set this up because you're miles away and then you switch it on and then suddenly it puts you like really close in the picture. Oh, my hair's getting tangled. So it's really ironic because I'm sat down by my rock where the chopper and all that happened, in my secret place, and I've got torchlight out, which of course to me feels really ironic, seeing as I just released a video where I was talking about like real light versus false light, and it does feel really wrong being down here under this false light. I can't, it just feels wrong. But it's kind of like if I want to film and want anyone to watch it, then if I don't put a torchlight on, it's just got pitch black, and then everyone's like, oh, we can't see anything, this is ridiculous, we don't want to watch it. But I don't like it because it's putting me under the spotlight and it blinds me. I don't like it. But I do like the fact that it allows me to film at night time. That's cool. Now, I'm down by this rock and I can't really show you because it's too dark. But what I did want to mention was, I was down here the other night at like dusk, and I've got too many layers on. Let's see if you can see. Oh, I can't move it because it's propped. You can see I've got lots of layers on. No, I probably shouldn't have done that. You see? Fatal error. There we go. I think that's okay, isn't it? I was down here the other day at dusk, and you can see on the rocks, if you just sat here and I can have... I don't know if that works. No, it looks like... Yeah, not good. Yeah, sorry. Totally distracted myself. You can see writing in the rock, and as the light changes, you can see it. If you try and like shine false light on it, like this, you can't see properly what's going on. You can't see the writing properly. Whereas when you've got just the like the natural light on it, it was revealing all this like writing in the sides. I don't know if it picked up to film. I wasn't on my own, and I can't film when there's someone else there. It's just too bizarre. It would feel too weird. But it was really interesting. And loads of stuff was really fascinating down here. In fact, having like somebody with me, although I realise it's not safe to do that again, it was really interesting to hear someone who's got a totally different perspective on things. And whereas I'm really good at the really random seeming stuff, the like really obvious stuff is always what like takes me the last to grasp. So funny, like, and I get it, I'm like kicking myself in the shins, like, seriously, Nina, how come it was so difficult for you to get that simple detail? And so it was cool to have somebody to bounce ideas off, or just bounce like my like knowledge off, and to hear like his take on things. But then it was awful. I've really learnt my lesson. You can't take people who don't have the spiritual protection or even know what they're dealing with on esoteric trails of you. It was okay here, it was like sunset, it wasn't like a big deal, but it was awful when I took him down to the park, and when you're on your own it just feels so organic, and then you've got someone with you and they were not listening or taking it seriously. And I know how serious it is. I mean, we're talking about a year ago today when that thing happened in the car, which had many flashbacks to it, but not to anything beyond. Not to the missing time. I've had flashbacks to well, the only thing I can remember afterwards was I heard the bang, I heard the thud, but not when it happened. I came around in the car, and that moment of time, I remembered the thud. After I'd realised where I was, like I was in a spaceship or something, it was crazy. And then I realised, because these modern cars are like, it was a Kia Rio for crying out loud. It looked like a spaceship inside. And then I realised where I was, because I remember the thud. And I thought, oh my God, no. And then I knew where I was, which is weird, because how did I know where I was while I have no memory before the thud? Anyhow, and all I could think to myself was, oh my God, you're on a black blind spot, and you've got to get out of here before someone comes around the corner and kills you. But then I also knew I didn't have my seatbelt on, like an idiot. I didn't have my seatbelt on, and an angel held me down in place. Held me down, and yeah, it was like amazing. because I got so saved. And I don't, I've looked up like crashes and what happens if you my car tried to fly the wall, it would seem. And then it rolled across the road about 4 times. I don't know how many times it rolled, really, to be honest. I just know the feeling of when it did roll, and it really wasn't nice. Anyhow, yeah, all I remembered initially was that. And then, of course, I found out, I knew it was into my ex-boss's wall, and I knew that it was a really hot area where it happened, but I didn't know the full details. I just knew that there's something going on beneath the ground near where it happened. And I've got it on video footage, and I probably should release it, but I haven't. Whatever releases now just said all that. Anyway, on to other matters. Angie made a video yesterday after watching mine where I spoke about my mother a little bit, and it's really sweet, really inspiring and heartbreaking, the video that she made. I was well impressed that she made it, because it's really difficult to talk about these things. And this woman, she's gone the mile. She's reporting it to the police. I've tried reporting things to the police, and I get stonewalled every step of the way. So Angie, you're doing better than what I've done so far. It's hard, isn't it? What else to mention? Well, I've already done 2 videos today, so I haven't got much more else to say. I seem to have lost the power of English, it would seem. There is something I want to talk about, but I haven't done it yet on videotape. Just a quote-unquote dream from the other night. I wonder how much time have I got. I've got time. Let me just have a quick peek around me. Sorry, I'm teasing now. I do want to look around me though, just bear me a moment. With this false, horrible light. But I'm just curious about the houses behind me. It's really strong, this one. This isn't like the torches I have, which are really like a lot nicer actually, because you can see but not be blinded by them. I'm actually thinking we could do it like that, couldn't we? Oh, it's blinding from a different aspect because it's right in my face. Decisions, Nina. I think if I start shining torches down at their houses, then there definitely will be attention drawn. I just don't like this, because everyone can see where I'm at. It's not discreet at all. I will try this angle way. Ta-da! It's not too bad, is it? But it's shining the wrong way. Alright, so what was I going to talk about? Oh, I just distracted myself. I'm blinding myself. Right, let me just stop messing around. I'll have to cut this out, won't I? So, yeah, I was talking to Angela, and I was well impressed. Regards, like, my family matters, I've got, like, trolley types making little comments under the videos where I've released, like, the video, the emails from my mother, which is interesting, of course, because, of course they have. I feel like I've gone so off point, but there's loads I could talk about. Oh yeah, my dream, but it wasn't a dream. I can have to do it at a different time. I can't do it here. I've repeated it now 3 times already, just not on camera yet. And it's just too long to talk about here, thinking about it. So, the whole mental hospital thing, not mental hospital, but the whole idea that I've got anything mentally wrong with me is just so ridiculous. My mother's caused so much damage, which I've healed from, and she's never even addressed happened. And it is abuse. I didn't even know it was abuse till I was 20 years old, because it was just the norm. And then they try and hide behind you your whole life long, sorry. And before me, there was others who tried to hide behind. And those people know who they are, whether they want to speak for themselves or not, which, not many people dare speak out. It's not nice speaking out. And this isn't about slaughtering my mother. I love my mother, but she has done some pretty harsh, wrong things over the years, and they never stopped or got any better. She just kept changing tactics as I got older. So yeah, whilst I recognise she is a victim too, I also recognise the fact that I was definitely fodder, you know, fodder. And so it's very difficult to, I forgive her, I love her, but she has got things to answer to. Just like I've got things to answer to. Like I was working in racing and indoctrinating kids to the racing system, and I thought I was helping them, you know, and oh god, that's too bright, it's driving me nuts. I thought I was helping them, and as it all turns out, really, I realised I was indoctrinating them. So I do understand the difference between inadvertent assistance in mind control and even blind brainwashing, which is very possible. But I also know the things she's consciously aware of, and the things she's consciously aware of are already harsh enough without adding to the like buried memories too, which I do remember many of them. And then there's all the stuff which isn't like so easy to remember but comes back, you know. So it's hard for families which are in this scenario, the scenario I'm in, the scenario she's been in. It's hard for us all. And I forgive her, I always have. It's just that she's done some really hard things to forgive, but I forgive her. And actually the things I'm talking about, even to me, like the hardest things she's done, it's so ironic the way it all works out. But anyhow, I'm saying far too many details. I don't need to say these many details. The reality is, I love my mum, you know, I always will. And it was never always bad. There was it was always 50-50, duality, you know, duality. Anyhow, I feel like I said enough because I've got a family just down yonder. I just did that just to be like, I don't know, a little bit bold. There's a family listening in to me in the garden just behind. Because I'm so paranoid, do you want me to show them? I can't do it, I can't bring myself to try and touch them. But you might have heard them just before. They may well have gone in now, but the point is that I'm spotted. How can you not be spotted when you've got this shining? Because it's shining in my face, but it's shining at them, isn't it? And there's normally no lights here. So I do want to go, you know, I do. Look at the tree that's joined me all the way through this. It looks so beautiful. I'm like so impressed with this tree. It's got little buds. I'll show you. You might be able to see them. Oh, as she says, if I can ever escape it, I will show you. Hang on a moment. I'm well impressed because this tree, one moment, we're almost there. See if I can get it up so you can see it. Oh, I can't. I don't know how to do it. Alright, you don't need to see it in the dark. I'll show you in the daylight. But this tree, one moment, let me get my selfie stick a little bit further away. Yay! Doesn't make hardly any difference because the tree was even further away. This tree has got buds that have grown on it since I used to sit here. Since I've been sitting here and talking to it, because I'm like a bit silly like that, you know. Anyhow, maybe you'll see it from this angle. They might not be picking up, or they might be, because there's more here too. And all the little green buds are on it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so impressed. Okay, I can hear noise in the bushes, it's time to go. So thanks for watching, and I wish you all well. I'm so sorry about this light scenario. I think it's time that I film. Maybe my was right, maybe I should just film in daylight or dark. Or visible, like, because when the moon's really full, you can film almost in dark. And it isn't such a big deal. I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one right now. I know I don't like these torches. And now the second I finish filming, they'll be off and I'll be sat back in the dark again. And it'll feel lighter than it ever does with these shining in you. I mean, look, they blind you. Blinded by the light. It's so trippy. I don't like it at all. Anyhow, on that note, I've got an itch on my back I need to scratch. I need to get these lights off because they are dazzling me. Oh, I can't wait. Sorry. Discrediting myself by scratching my back. Ah! Alright, thank you for watching. And if you're a nutter, or if you're someone who doesn't like my work, all I can suggest is don't watch it. And if you relate to me and understand what I'm talking about, then watch my videos. But people who don't need to. Simples in my mind. Alright, thank you. Good night. God bless. Have to wave the light at you. Thank you for watching. You all take care now. I'll see you soon. All right. Bye. Bye. It's the 6th, by the way. 6th of the 12th. 2015. That's approximately 6 p.m. Approximately. All right. I'm over time. Bye. Bye.